Hello and welcome to Bright Blue Innovation. I'm your host, Lidia Paulinska. This week's episode is bringing some highlight of the new products that they were on display at 2017 NAB show in Las Vegas. The show is put on by the National Association of Broadcasters and was attended by more than 120,000 people. The shows featured over 1,000 exhibitors and taught more than 100 educational sessions. The theme for this year was the MED effect, what means media, entertainment, and technology all coming together to bring the new content to life. This year, the main focus of the new product was working with 4K and high-definition color. And as you see, the vendors continue to develop imaging technologies, supporting everything from single camera operation to multi-camera live production. We hope you enjoy this look at the new technology.
Cameras are just one part of the bigger picture. At Sony, imaging extends beyond the camera to the total production and distribution workflow, covering HDR, IP, and a full range of media solutions. These four pillars will provide media companies with the solutions they need to meet their customers' demand today and for the future. Let's start with imaging. The sensors we make are in every type of device, from the cell phones that you have in your pocket, to the cameras that shot the Super Bowl, to your favorite movies and TV shows. Sony professional cameras address every application and are used by award-winning cinematographers, documentarians, news directors, sports and entertainment producers. Speaking of awards, the industry has recognized Sony for its imaging leadership. I'm proud to say Sony's F65 was recently honored with a Scientific and Engineering Academy Award. The Academy recognized the F65 for its pioneering high-resolution imaging sensor, excellent dynamic range, and full 4K output, as well as Sony's unique photosite orientation and true RAW recording that delivers exceptional image quality. Sony was also recognized with an Engineering Emmy for the first 2/3-inch 4K 3-sensor system. This imaging technology is used in the HDC 4300 camera. Introduced only 2 years ago, the 4300 has already become the standard for sports and live entertainment. Our new P43 box camera is engineered with the same 4K 2/3-inch sensor technology and works on the same platform. We continue to develop imaging technologies supporting everything from single camera operation to multi-camera live productions. Here's a quick rundown of what's new across our camera line. The UMC S3CA is perfect for 360 surround video, virtual reality, POV, and crash cam use. This little powerhouse adds Genlock to sync multiple cameras. Through firmware upgrades, the FS5 can now do continuous 120 frames per second in full HD. The Z150 will have QoS capabilities for more reliable and stable transmission, critical for shooters working in the field. Our commitment to the F5 and F55 is reinforced with firmware version 9. New features now include more selectable frame rates, up to 120p in 4K, and synchronization with Sony's wireless adapters to enable streaming and cloud-based workflows. The combination of the F55 and R7 recorder takes advantage of Sony's XOCN format. This was designed to get content off media cards and into the workflow quickly while still maintaining 16-bit scene linear performance and retaining tonal gradation, saving production's time and money. Our complete lineup of ENG camcorders can handle any news production requirement, supporting full XAVC workflows with wireless and file transfer capabilities. Sony studio camera systems are dominant in sports and live entertainment. The HDC 4800 ultra-high frame rate camera supports up to 16 times HD and 8 times 4K, and 4K HDR, unique for its class. Add cutout and zoom and integration with our PWS 4500 replay server, and you have a perfect workflow for live production. The 4800's new one-time configuration gives DPs the opportunity to use it as a studio camera for the most challenging high-end live productions. The native 4K 2/3 inch HDC 4300 studio camera and now the HDC P43 box cameras support 4K, HD HDR, and SDR. HDR and SDR can be output simultaneously. We're also making our HD studio cameras HDR capable with our new HDR and 4K up converter. Now producers can create 4K or HD HDR and 4K or HD SDR with the camera they already own.
Hi, I'm Bob from Blackmagic, and today we're here to talk about one of our newer announcements. It's the ATEM Television Studio HD. This is a 4 HDMI, 4 SDI, so it's an 8-inch input switcher, and it's designed to work in a rack unit, so you can actually switch off of the front panel. So I'm able to actually do transitions off the front panel. I can send mix minuses. I have picture-in-picture. I can do all of the controls straight from the front panel. I even have headphone and microphone input here, so I could do talkback to the cameras. We can control the cameras through our software, but also in the front panel, I'm able to do transitions, and I can add downstream keys, and I can fade to black at the end. Hi, another new product that we announced this year is the ATEM Television Studio Pro HD. This is an all-in-one unit. So this switcher has 4 HDMI inputs, 4 SDI inputs. It has picture-in-picture, and I can do everything from the front panel here. I can even control the cameras. I have camera control, I have macros, I have all of the different transitions. I can just select straight off of the front panel here, and all of the functionality is all built in. The inputs and outputs are all in the back. It has a multi-view, as you can see here, and it has a picture-in-picture, as you can see there. And it's actually one of the products that is all-inclusive.
Good morning, everybody. We're here in Las Vegas at the Nokia technology booth, where we're introducing the Ozo Reality. Ozo Reality is really our vision. There's virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality, and Ozo Reality. What we mean with Ozo Reality is all the technology that we develop in order to capture, deliver, and play back the best immersive experience for virtual reality. Here we have showing Ozo Creator. Ozo Creator is the new software that comes with the Ozo Plus camera that has been released for NAB2017 and now improved the image quality tremendously. Low light exposure, HDR bracketing, improved processing in order to optimize the quality of the video captured by the Ozo camera. Next to it, we have Ozo Live. Ozo Live is the best innovation here at NAB show because allow you to have multiple Ozo camera and stream live in VR, 4K per eye, all the signal coming from each Ozo camera, either on stage or in different location, and then interact live with all the processing in order to optimize the 3D stitching, as well all the image processing to deliver the best experience. In addition to it, we have a solution for spatial audio, meaning that the delivery of your virtual reality experience will not only have a great picture, but also the proper audio in order to drive the attention of your audience towards the areas where the audio is coming from. Next to it, you will see Ozo Player SDK. Ozo Player SDK is our software solution in order to play back the Ozo reality experience. Ozo Player SDK is downloadable for free out of our website and allow you to develop your own high-end and high-quality VR player based on the latest technology available from Nokia Technologies. Now, Ozo Player is not a full player, but can be customized by each customer with their logo, for their audience, for their own specific application. As you can see, Ozo Creator, Ozo Live, and Ozo Player SDK are now an end-to-end solution, not only to capture in virtual reality, but to deliver and experience the full immersive Ozo reality quality that allow you to feel like being there. Thank you.
If you see the trends in the video space, we see lots of user-generated content being consumed, and a lot of people now live streaming content to Facebook and YouTube Live. But what we see is a lack of methods to produce some great video. Producing multi-camera video traditionally has been very expensive, requires expensive equipment, requires training, and requires sophisticated know-how. What we wanted to do was democratize multi-camera video. And so with our new product, Sling Studio, any user can bring up to 10 cameras. They can mix iPhones, traditional cameras. They can bring in high-value production. They can make, also, it's a completely portable and wireless system. It's battery-operated. None of the cameras need to be wired. You can be at up to 300 feet and shoot great multi-camera video. Applications for these could be high school games, it could be house of worship, it could be enterprise video, tons and tons of applications where people want to make video interesting by going from one angle to multiple angles. It only requires you to use an iPad as a controller and as a switcher, and allows you to shoot from up to 10 cameras at the same time. So Sling Studio uses its own private Wi-Fi network to connect to all the cameras. But then if you do want to broadcast live, it uses any public internet, whether it's Wi-Fi, broadband Ethernet, to take you live. So Sling Studio not only enables you to live broadcast, but also enables you to store all the video for post-production and use later. So you don't, if you are shooting a ski tournament in the middle of the mountains where you have no internet connection, no problem. You can still use your cameras wirelessly, store all your input sources, your live switch source, and then post-produce it and use the recording for any future purpose.
So welcome. Right now we're on the Miller stand, NAB2017. So thanks for coming to check it out. This year we've got some great new toys that we've launched obviously for the show, and I'm standing right here next to one of them today. So we've launched this year the Skyline 90. This is designed for outside broadcast production. It handles up to 75 kilos, which is perfect for outside broadcast or large studio use. Handle here at the front. This is quite important because it's a large, heavy head designed for heavy payloads. It's built incredibly robust. Now this has a very special design for us because we've worked with one of the largest other tripod manufacturers in the world, Ronford Baker, to come up with this design. So we've worked together, Miller and Ronford Baker, and we've come up with what we feel is probably one of the best outside broadcast heads on the market, being the Skyline 90. Some of the other key features obviously are easy to use, single-handed locks for your pan and tilt right here on the side. Makes it very convenient and very easy and accessible when you're actually wanting to lock off your head and make it secure. So a couple of the other nice little things we have here, we have 300mm of travel in the plate using a very large and robust slide adjustment right here on the back. This allows us to move forward and back with ease. And because of its design, it's very easy and very, very strong. That's something we really like to highlight with this tripod because that's so important to us. You're investing in a heavy head, you're investing in a heavy product. Let's make sure it's strong and robust.
Where are we? Also, so that's with your slide plate, there's 300mm, but the actual travel range on this, you can get up to 450mm of travel by simply moving this plate, top section, forward or back, which is perfect for obviously balancing your payload so it's just right. We run a 15 position drag system, obviously on pan and on tilt. This allows us to obviously set the drag to exactly what we want. On top of this, we're running a continuous counterbalance. And like I said, our counterbalance is set up and designed to handle up to 75 kilograms. So it's going to be definitely big enough for pretty much any head or any camera or lens on the market at the moment. On top of this, we have a safety lock here for when you're taking your payloads on or off. Look, also back this year, we've actually brought back our Arrow X series, which was launched last year at NAB and was a huge success for us. We've also launched 2 pedestals last year, and they're back here again, the Combo Live 30 and our Combo Live 55 pedestals, designed for small and larger studio applications.
So we're here at Showstoppers, and we're announcing an entire new lineup of our ZBook mobile workstations, as well as a couple new displays. And so I want to give you a quick tour through what we're announcing. First and foremost, we have our ZBook 17, and this is the high end of our ZBook mobile workstation. And what's special about the new ZBook 17 is that the new graphics from NVIDIA, the Pascal graphics, the high-end P5000 graphics, enable you to use the mobile workstation for virtual reality. And so in this case, we have somebody here demonstrating the tilt brush in virtual reality that's running on the HP ZBook 17 with NVIDIA P5000 class graphics. So next up, what I'm going to highlight here is our HP ZBook Studio mobile workstation. This is actually a workstation that's really designed for people that don't want to compromise. This is going to deliver tremendous performance, but also in something that's very thin, very mobile. And so the ZBook Studio is kind of the best of both worlds. You get performance, but you also get mobility. And so it's really kind of the premium product in our lineup. The next product that you see here is our HP ZBook 15. This is really our best-selling mobile workstation. It's actually the best-selling mobile workstation on the planet. It really delivers a perfect combination of performance, mobility, and price. And so that's why it's so popular. What's exciting about the ZBook 15 is that this is the mobile workstation of our lineup that's actually up on the International Space Station. So right now, NASA has selected the HP ZBook 15 to replace all the computers on the International Space Station over the next couple years. We've already delivered 30 of these to the International Space Station. At the end of the deployment, there'll be 120 ZBook 15s on the International Space Station. Next up, we have our ZBook Ultrabooks. So we have both a 15-inch and a ZBook 14-inch. So we've got, and these are Ultrabooks. So these are really designed to be very, very lightweight and designed specifically for people that are mobile and are on a budget. So this is kind of our entry-level mobile workstations. They deliver excellent graphics performance for people that are doing CAD or any other workstation class applications across the line. Now, one thing I do want to say about the entire lineup is this is our 4th generation of ZBooks, starting from the ZBook 17 that we talked about, the ZBook Studio, the ZBook 15, and then our Ultrabook line. All of these mobile workstations, we've really enhanced this generation a whole new suite of security features, which makes them the most secure mobile workstations on the planet, and in outer space, of course. All right, and the last stop on our tour is our brand new HP Z31X Dreamcolor display. Now this display is the most advanced display that we've ever delivered to the market. It's a 31-inch screen that delivers true cinema 4K resolution with 10-bit color. And what's special about this display is that not only does it have beautiful high resolution, but it has over 99% of the DCI P3 color space. The display has also got a built-in calibration, so actually at night or in the mornings, customers can schedule this to be calibrated automatically unattended. And so you can schedule it. There's a little sensor that pops out of the top here that actually measures the color and it makes adjustments, and then it pops back up out of the way. And so this can happen anytime customers want to do it. There's also a really neat feature called Wake Up and Warm Up that basically when your colorists come into the office, it's about 30 minutes before the display is actually delivering the true color accuracy that people want. And so we have a wake up and warm up feature where you can actually schedule it to wake up, warm up before the colorist even arrives to work. And so it's a great feature. The last feature that I'll highlight is that it's got a built-in KVM switch. So what does that mean? That means that I can actually have two different workstations that I can switch between and have this as my one and only display. Now, why is that important? Is because we have a lot of customers in the media and entertainment business that are using Linux on one system and Windows on the other system, and they have to switch back and forth throughout the entire workflow. This display enables them to do that through the touch of a button, switch back and forth between their two workstations. And one interesting side note is we introduced the HP Z2 Mini, which is the world's first mini workstation, and that's powering this demo that you see here with the two Dreamcolor displays. Next to the Z31X, we also have our new Z24X. This is our second generation Z24X Dreamcolor display. And one interesting thing about the Dreamcolor displays is these are specifically designed for our movie studio customers. About 10 years ago, we had a bunch of our studio customers, specifically DreamWorks, Weta, ILM, they came to us because Sony was going to be discontinuing this big CRT display that they use for color critical workflows. And so what we did was we sat down with them and we co-developed the Dreamcolor displays. So the displays that you see here were started through a collaboration with many of our studio partners, including DreamWorks. And of course, it's a great honor to them. We called it the HP Dreamcolor displays, partly because we partnered with DreamWorks on the development of these displays. So again, for customers that need color critical performance in their workflows, HP's got a broad portfolio now of Dreamcolor displays specifically designed for their needs.
Hi, so we're here today with the Dell UP2718Q. We're announcing this week this new product. You can see it's a 27-inch UHD, so 3840 by 2160 display. This display is our first HDR. It is HDR10 certified, which means that in addition to being UHD, the product is also supporting the Rec 2020 color space with a whopping 76.9%. Additionally to that, we are also using direct backlighting. And this product is a full 1,000 nits. We achieve 1,000 nits of brightness because instead of doing edge lighting here on this display as we do on most, we're actually putting the LEDs, there's over 380 of them, across the back of the panel so that when we receive that encoded message for HDR10 content, we can use that for dynamic local dimming, okay? This product is a 10-bit panel. Of course, the 10-bit panel means that you get true deep color. It's not 8-bit plus AFRC. And the product also supports a couple other color spaces. So DCI-P3, Rec 709, sRGB, ARGB. As far as inputs go, I'm going to be HDMI 2.0A or I'm going to be DP 1.4 here. Now, I got to make sure that my graphics card's going to drive HDR, so make sure you do your homework there as well. That's the Dell UP2718Q. Now, we have an old familiar friend down here we want to talk to you about as well, and that is the UP3218K. Now, the UP3218K, of course, we first announced at CES. This is our first 8K display. This is the 10-bit, as I mentioned over here on the HDR version. It's a true 10-bit product for true 10-bit deep color. This guy here is a little bit of a different finish. You'll notice that the screen's a little bit more reflective. That's because we weren't able to do a matte finish on an 8K resolution, and so we did an anti-reflective coating. So some folks are really going to like that feature. Okay, so this product, as I mentioned, is a little bit unique in terms of connectivity, and that you're going to need DisplayPort 1.4. Now, it takes a pair of DP 1.4s to drive this guy at 60 Hertz, so of course that means full-size desktop GPU. All right, let's see. We talked about how it's awesome 10-bit deep color. We talked about connectivity being DP 1.4. We talked about the color coverage, DCI-P3, Rec 709, sRGB, ARGB. We talked about the fact that it's got an anti-reflective coating instead of a matte finish. We talked about the resolution being 4 UHDs or 16 full HDs, so that's 7680 by 4320.
Okay, today we are demonstrating our latest 2-bit Thunderbolt Dock 3. And this product that you can see over there is our latest product to embrace the Thunderbolt 3 technology. So you can see here the product is connected to a brand new MacBook Pro in Thunderbolt 3. So it offers up to 460 megabytes per second in this demonstration here and 20 terabytes of data. So this is a large amount of data for YouTuber professional photographers. Not only we have Thunderbolt here, but we also have USB connectivity so that you can hook it up to nearly any computer on the world. On top of all this connectivity, we have added kind of new features that are hub features. So you got a SD card reader, so perfect for photographers, compact flash as well, and also USB Type-A on the front. On the bottom, we also have featured a display port to connect to any display that you might already have. And on top of that, this product can actually charge your MacBook Pro.
We're here today at NAB 2017 to talk about the brand new Seagate DJI Fly Drive. So the Fly Drive is a 2 terabyte portable drive that easily allows users with DJI drones to be able to offload content directly from their drone to the portable storage device and gets them into their editing workflow. So the DJI Fly Drive is 2 terabytes. It comes with an integrated micro SD card slot right on the side, as well as 2 months free of Adobe Premiere Pro. So for entry-level users who are just getting started into the drone creation space and they don't know exactly how to get started from a hardware and a storage perspective, the Fly Drive allows you to save up to 60 hours of content. In other words, over 250 flights with the Mavic Pro, as well as has integrated software with Premiere Pro that allows the users to be able to easily edit and create the content that they're looking for.
Hi, today we're going to go ahead and showcase the Iron Wolf Pro drives here. Iron Wolf Pro is built specifically for creative pros, and the reason for this is because it actually supports up to 300 terabytes a year for a workload rate limit. So what that means for Iron Wolf Pro is that you could push so much data into this drive, up to 300 terabytes. So for creative pros that have a lot of film editing or video editing, this drive could handle it. The great thing about Iron Wolf Pro is that it's made specifically for multi-bay applications such as NAS or direct attached storage applications. So with Iron Wolf Pro, not only just a 300 terabyte workload rate limit, we're also looking at a 5-year limited warranty. And in addition to that is the 2-year data recovery services, which covers viruses, corruption, or anything of when it comes to like natural disasters, very similar to like a flood or fire. Thing with that is that with the data recovery service, we'll go ahead and take care of you on that, and we have a 90% success rate with that. And the reason why is because Seagate offers this service in-house. So we'll make sure that you recover your data with this particular drive. And this drive right now is that we have the highest capacity of the 10 terabyte drives. But however, we do have the 2, 4, 6, and 8 also available for all our customers.
Our Pegasus 3 product is a direct attached storage device, and it's based on a hardware RAID engine that was built by Promise. Now, we have 4, 6, and 8 bay solutions ranging from 12 to 48 terabytes. But over here, let's introduce you to our newest product. This is an M4. Now, it shows 4 bays in there. However, we have 2 M.2 gumstick SSDs in each one of the slots. That gives us a total of 8 SSDs in the unit. Now that allows us to get incredible bandwidth across the Thunderbolt 3 bus. As you can see in the speed test up above, you're getting approximately 2.7 gigabytes per second, and that basically maxes out the Thunderbolt 3 bus. There's no way you can get actually any more speed out of the Thunderbolt 3 connection.